Bright lights, big city, man. It is sunny today in Vegas, and here we are at the AIMEXPO, which is pretty rad, man. This has been a great trip so far.
Well, so I only agreed to go on this because it was supposed to be warm, and I only have a T-shirt, and it is not warm.
It is not.
It is. I can't believe I'm still standing out here. It is cold. It is sunny, but it is cold. It's supposed to be palm trees, and we're supposed to have really nice weather, and it is not the case. I only left Pennsylvania to be warmer, and this did not work out.
I packed my board shorts, and I regret that.
You're more planned than I am. So
we're
going to go into AIM. We're going to go and take a look at what's going on there and see what happens.
Yeah, let's do this thing, man. Let's have some adventures.
See you inside.
The ascension to motorcycle heaven right now, man. This is exciting.
We'll find out. Dave and Jason back over at the AIMEXPO. Walking in here, the first thing we hit is SSR Motorsports, and they're front and center because they were out here unveiling their QJ motor brand that they're just bringing out to the States. So some of these bikes look pretty good, Dave. I mean,
there's some sick machines.
Yeah, we don't know performance, we don't know price, but they look pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Got some cool colors on them. Fit a nice market, in the 400 range on a couple of these.
Yeah, I mean, I would hope they fall in line somewhere around like that CF Moto, that Royal Enfield kind of price point, like as a nice starter bike. I was really, really stuck on this one over here, the SRV 550. Pretty cool power plant, the 550, right? Don't know how it's going to perform necessarily, but just style-wise, this is totally up my alley, man. Cafe cowl to it, brown seat, grayscale as far as the paint goes, real nice and neutral, and just a sexy kind of cafe bike. I really, really like this one just from an aesthetic standpoint for sure. Love to know a little bit more about the performance, the rideability, and then kind of looking next to it, you see an emulation of really what Husqvarna and what KTM's doing as far as neo-traditional style and what CF Moto's done with the NK on the SRK 700. So,
and I like the aesthetics of motorcycles. I like how pretty they are if you do them the right way, and that color is different. I imagine that's not for everybody, but that is something unique that you're not seeing everywhere. You're seeing the bright greens, the bright oranges on a lot of stuff, but that is a color that you're not seeing much anywhere.
Yeah,
that's kind of a cool looking color.
Yeah. If you're seeing satins, you're seeing satin blacks, satin grays. You're not seeing that awesome red.
So we found this over in the corner, right?
Yeah, man.
And what's this look a lot like?
I mean, this looks like a Sur-Ron. I mean, we're smacked in the face right when we walk in with something all electric, something that's an e-dirt bike, right? That's no pedals to it, very similar. I'll bet the performance is real similar to a Sur-Ron too. It looks damn near like a Sur-Ron. Yep. Dude, we were so ahead of the game as far as starting to get into that electric segment, I think.
Yeah.
And it's something we really want to continue to pursue, right? Because it's growing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things that we really wanted to see here at AIM was, what new electric stuff was coming, because, there's certainly some stuff going on there that, price points are starting to come down on the electric, and there's certainly some performance items on the electric that are far superior than gas. Number one, you can't spill it and get it all over yourself and then stink for the day.
Yep.
So that's a nice little added bonus. I mean, I do know that there's a couple people out there that like that smell and they bathe in it, but not everybody likes that.
Yeah, I think there's so much good about electric, from low cost of maintenance, basically a maintenance-free kind of drivetrain to it and everything. You just get on and go. There's no hassle at having fuel canisters sitting around. You're not worried about fuel stabilizers. And then the performance you're getting out of the machines being so linear. I mean, Sur-Ron's like 50 mile an hour out the box.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're also forgetting the other piece to it, other than the performance, is that you won't have the neighbors calling the cops on you because you're revving it at the middle of the night or in the morning or anything else. You can go and use it at any time because it's quiet, right? So it for all of our customers that are more in urban environments or just have neighbors that are not out in the middle of nowhere or anything else, that's a huge advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think Chris and I did an awesome segment on one of the electric scooters from Piaggio, the Piaggio 1, and we were talking about like riding it down your hallway in an apartment complex and no one knowing, right?
You can do that.
Right? Yeah, you can do whatever you want, really. It's just the sound of a chain.
Yep. So Dave,
that's some eye candy right there,
that's pretty cool.
Big time.
That is awesome. And look at this. This looks really cool on this chrome too.
Yeah, definitely. I think, a lot of companies here brought their A game, Jason. I mean, in terms of what they're bringing to show and just taking the right steps forward with showcasing what they can do. This is a cool freaking looking bike, man.
That is cool.
Yeah, yeah. And then you get to the performance factors, right? At a like 14% horsepower gain, 8% torque gain with their tuning. That's substantial, man.
Does the wrap do that, or you have to do the tuning?
I think you have to.
Oh, okay.
You have to tune it. No, this makes it 10 miles an hour faster, just
I think so too.
hands down. So I wonder where the heck they're hiding Yuasa Man here, buddy. Who? Yuasa Man. You don't know him? Yuasa Man! Man, it would not be a motorcycle show without seeing my absolute favorite brand, because I ride it, and it's European, and it's kind of hoity-toity, and I'm dressed the part right now.
Yeah, and honestly, Dave, this is the only way that I got you here.
Yep.
By telling you Triumph was going to be here, and realistically, I'm just going to get out of your way and let you just go do your thing, because this is your wheelhouse. You love this. This is fun.
Exactly what
I'm going to go do something else.
Cool. All right. So,
bye.
I mean, here we are, like, this is the classics, right? The Thruxton was, I mean, an original bike that I really was drawn to. These things are fast, they're clean. Chrome tank on that is so sexy. Beautiful suspension, got Öhlins, and just like, it's exactly what Euro style is all about. You got the Scrambler 1200. We've done a couple Scrambler 9s through the shop, which is really awesome. This is a particularly sick machine. Just the 1200cc versus the lower, just shy of 1000cc setups. I would love to ride this bike. Super comfortable riding position, really slammed seat, exposed frame rails on it, and just a sexy machine. So, and then over this way, we actually have one of these on the sales floor right now. We had two of them at once. I rode one, probably a little more recklessly than I should have, being that it wasn't my bike. Don't chase this video. But right here it is. It's a Speed Twin. Speed Twin has a little bit more forward riding position than my Bonneville does. Little bit better performance power plant to it. The ones we have in the shop still red in color. Got some black sides to the tank. Not as cherry and brand new as this one, but a great, fantastic used machine. Right on the sales floor, available for you to rip around on. This bike, super fun, really sick. I love it. I love the performance of this machine. And it has just a few details that I wish mine had on my 2015 Bonnie. But super sick. Love you to come in the showroom, check it out. Love the fact that Jason really gave me carte blanche to talk a little bit about the brand that I'm so passionate about, just because it's the brand that I ride. So love for you guys to come in, and love that you're with us, checking out some of the awesomeness we're enjoying here in AIM. So I can't go anywhere without talking some lids, because I love lids, super important part of the riding kit, right? And I got the chance to experience this Foresight helmet, right? I'm super big into carbon, super big into tech as far as that goes. This is something our reps had talked to us about. I was curious to see, curious to experience, and it was rad that I got a chance to try one on here. So this is a carbon lid with a lot of built-in technology, and it's app-enabled, right? It's got a chin cam, essentially like a GoPro, just built into it, Harman Kardon speakers built into it, and a little bit of like an LED kind of simulated HUD. Now, I wasn't totally sold on that, because really the deal is it's a bunch of blinking lights in your jawline, right? One blinks when you're supposed to go left, one blinks when you're supposed to go right. I get the concept to it. It's another visual indicator. That's not a big selling point for me, but all in for a tech helmet, this was super cool, light for what it is, and they're doing something really unique that I was excited about, which is, let's say you drop your lid, right? I was always hesitant about built-in stuff, being that, hey, now, my lid's not going to protect me, so I've got to change all my tech too. That made no sense to me. This company has given you the ability to send that helmet back in, have all the guts pulled out of it, tested, reinstalled in a new shell at a reduced cost. So I was pretty impressed by that. The LED blinking, not so impressed by, but all in, pretty cool products. Solid, man. So Suzuki, we couldn't be here without checking out Suzuki. I mean, tried and true, die hard, right? We've been at Suzuki a long time.
We have, and you know, a lot of people have been asking us, where have all the Suzukis gone in the pandemic? And it was really tough to find some stuff, but it's kind of exciting to see this bike.
Yeah, Bike of the Year 2022.
Bike of the Year 2022, right? And you know, to kind of see this bike and see a couple other new bikes from Suzuki that should be in the showroom soon, or maybe in the showroom already.
Yeah.
So this is, but I love this. I love the little accents with the wheels.
For a sport tourer, this thing is wicked cool. It really is. I mean, I'd probably kill the tank bag. I'm not good on like throwing all sorts of gobbledygook on my bikes.
You don't love that?
I do not love that. But other than that, I think this bike is sexy.
This is the bike fanny pack right here.
It is, it is. And fanny packs are back. They're in vogue, they're hip, they're cool. I'm just not that cool, I guess.
I think that's right. So let's go over here to check out this new model.
Something
that just for this year.
No, nothing new from Suzuki.
Yeah, that's not true. Here it is.
I know, man. I was super stoked, right? The new power plant. GSX, right? Everyone knows the GSX, knows it well. But brand new power plant this year, just shy of 800 cc's. Should be a little ripper, should be a ton of fun. I'll bet Sam's really excited to ride one.
He is, and actually I'm excited too. I'm so excited that I wore matching shoes to these two bikes.
You did. If you threw a little gold on the bike, like some gold handlebars right here,
exactly right.
It would be your shoe.
It's exactly right.
But it is a really nice bike. It looks great in person. Super stubby exhaust. I'm always a fan of like a really stubby exhaust pipe. Just a look that I like. The 8S detailing is really cool. Looks like an awesome riding position, comfortable saddle. So I think this is probably going to be a big winner.
Oh, and you know what else? And I don't know if I should say this, but we're going to have the Suzuki demo.
Yeah, the demo truck's
coming back, and I'm guarantee you this is going to be out there.
I would hope so. I mean, they pretty much brought the full quiver last time. So,
that's right.
You know, you could ride anything from like a 400S all the way up to like a 109R.
Now, we've shown the GSX-S.
Bike of the Year.
Bike of the Year. New bike. And then something that came out about a year ago that is on the showroom floor right now.
Yeah, we have it in gray, we have it in black.
The new Hayabusa, and this is the 2023 Hayabusa in the silver and the red. And they redesigned this in 2022. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, with all the supply chain issues, not a lot of them got out there, but this bike is incredible.
Yeah, it is a monster. It is a speed machine. Really comfortable to ride. Power like you wouldn't believe. And if you want like a big, beefy monster bike, this is where it's at. I mean,
it is.
Unequivocally.
It's awesome. And it's available now.
It is. It is.
It's on the showroom. You can come see it.
You could. We had a 2019 that just got snapped up. Someone's going to throw a boost kit on it.
Yeah, and I think didn't Chase say something that anybody that wants to come in and test ride this can?
Absolutely. He said, you know, come one, come all.
I think that's what he said. I think that's what I heard.
What? I never said that.
I am here looking at some awesome e-bikes. We had a chance to talk about these a little bit earlier. Dennis has been helping us out a whole lot. He's going to go over some gas products and just some e-bikes products in general. We're really stoked about this. We want to add some more to the dealership. We've done really well with Suron. Fill us in, man. Why are these big winners, I guess, right?
Yeah, awesome. Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Dennis Jurashek. We're here with Gas today. I'm just going to go through these two models right here. So this one right here is our Trail 2.0. This is going to be 150 mil travel front and rear. It's going to utilize an aluminum frame, a 630 watt-hour motor, or battery, I should say. We're utilizing Yamaha motors on these bikes. Over here we have the Enduro 1.0. The Enduro 1.0 gets bumped up in wheel travel, so we're going to have 160 front and rear. Again, it's utilizing an aluminum frame, 630 watt-hour battery. I mean, you can probably ride about 30 miles or so on this, depending on what mode you're in. This model uses a 29-inch front wheel, 27.5-inch rear. The Trail 2.0 is 29 front and rear.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, sick bikes, man. And being a dude who just cranks manually all the time, I ride hardtails. I've had some soft tails before as well. But I love the MX setup, right? 29er in the front, 27.5 in the rear. That's kind of the new in vogue thing. I love that there's a dropper seat post on these. You get it right out of the way, right? So anybody who doesn't know that, you know, if you're cranking, doing a technical descent or ascent, you get that seat right out of the way when you're ready for it to go back up into full cranking range. Bada bing, bada boom, you're there. So these are some pretty sick setups for the money, and I think you're like $4,500 or something.
Yeah, this one's starting at $4,400. So
yeah,
and
wicked
then,
nice.
So I'll show you guys our new Husqvarna MC4s.
So yeah, these things caught my eye right off the bat, man. Super clean as far as the graphics on them, as far as the color choices.
The aesthetics.
Yeah, wicked nice bikes, man.
So a big part of that is we went full carbon with this bike.
Okay.
So carbon front triangle, carbon rear. You can make some really cool shapes out of carbon, right? You don't have to weld anything, you just glue everything. You make whatever shape you want, you just glue it together. So this is our new MC4 from Husqvarna. It's going to utilize a 150 mil travel front, 150 in the rear. This is our mullet setup. So you have a 29-inch front wheel, a 27.5-inch rear. This bike is going to utilize the Shimano EP8 motor. And we have a SRAM drive shaft on this. So yeah, it's super neat. So if you want to come over here, I'll show you the display. So hold it for a few seconds. The display will pop up. So now this display is Bluetooth compatible. So there's an app on your phone that's free, and you can program and do different maps for your bike. So you can put boost all the way up, you can put boost down, you can have a lot of fun with this. So
that's cool.
There's different modes. You have eco all the way up through boost, and you can program it for different power levels. So definitely pretty neat. You can do maintenance checks, updates, all that right through your phone.
So a lot of that tech plus like all the hardware is really nice, high quality MTB hardware, right?
Yeah.
I mean, SRAM is no joke.
Yep. And what's cool is sometimes these batteries heat up a little bit. So what we do, behind the head badge here, we put an intake.
Okay, so ventilation.
So we put ventilation in here. So when you're ripping down the trail, that cool air is going in, cooling the battery down. Everything is waterproof. So you're not going to damage anything with the electronics. So
that's awesome. So there's a lot of thought into this design, not just great tech, not just great hard componentry to it and a great classic MTB setup, but some real thought as far as design aesthetic goes.
And the Husqvarna is all about innovation.
It's awesome, man.
So, and I'm sure if you guys go over and you look at the Husqvarna lineup of motorcycles, you're going to see some really cool innovation.
So awesome black Italian sport bike right here. RSV4 factory, 1100. High displacement, super sport, clean looking machine. Really, really nice styling to it. You got some obvious Italian colors to it. Racing history with Aprilia. I love this machine.
These bikes are great, and I love how they incorporate the wheels with throughout. It just really makes it sharp, really makes it pop.
Sure.
So love this bike. Then this bike was the new addition about 2 years ago. 2 years ago? That sounds right.
I think, yeah.
The RS660.
Yes.
This is the black with the lava red. And just a gorgeous bike. And man, these things have taken off because this is something that is a much lower barrier of entry as far as price.
Yep.
But man, you're getting all that Italian performance all right here. And then you can work your way up to the factory.
Absolutely. Super nimble still, lots of power still. For a track day bike, we have one of our employees who would love to run his Acid Gold. on track days on it just because lighter weight. You don't need a liter bike on a track, right?
Sure.
As a matter of fact, it's too heavy. It's got too much power unless it's just lots of straightaways. So fantastic, nimble machine, all that performance you would expect, all the electronics you would expect. I love the two-tone rims on them.
Yes, that's
which is a
awesome.
pretty common thing. And then, moving over to the newest of the new, right? Still that 660cc power plant, right? Touareg 660. This thing took off. I mean, we brought it in. I think every employee in our store was really impressed with just the look of it, the stance of it. Anyone who came in looking for that unobtainium unicorn, the T7, right? A Tenere 700, you just can't find, man. They're sold before they get here. They would come in, hey, I'm looking for a Tenere 7. Well, we got this awesome demo Touareg. Why don't you take it out and see it? And what did they end up with? Fine, a
Touareg,
Touareg.
because they loved it.
Yeah.
And what color is this, Dave?
Red, white, and blue, man.
Yeah, it's red, white, and blue, but that's not the model color. It is words that I can't pronounce because they're Italian.
They are.
And they're too many syllables.
They are.
It's
very
not
confusing ways to talk about color, for me at least.
Yeah, it's not monosyllabic. That's how I like to talk.
No, I like short colors. Red I can digest.
Yellow's
Red
a little too
Evo
long. Yeah, yellow's
or
too long
whatever.
for me. That's two syllables.
Yep,
Red,
yep.
blue, white.
I got that.
How many syllables is white? One? Two? Okay, good.
One still. But yeah, sexy bike, took off. I think we do still have an acid gold. I think we do still have the red, white, and blue in the showroom. And we're excited for what these have done so far. Great adventure bike.
Yep. Love this stuff. Love this display from Piaggio. I think we have some other stuff that we're going to look at from Piaggio
Yeah.
and see what we come up with.
Moving right along, Moto Guzzi, another Italian-sounding word, much like Aprilia.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's from another.
Is it
Italian
is it
manufacturer.
Guzzi? Is it Guzzi? Is it Uzi? Guzzi? Like an Uzi?
I think Guzzi.
Yeah, it's more like Guzzi.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
exactly,
Guzzi, right?
Exactly, right?
You got a T in there, right? It's double Z's, but it sounds like a T.
That's it.
Okay, I got
That's
it finally.
So, very, very cool adventure bike. The really unique thing about Moto Guzzi is the way the engine's placed, right? You see the heads out the side, it's a V-twin, turned perpendicular to the bike, and then a shaft-driven machine, right? So you get very direct drive onto that drive shaft and a very unique feel, and a lot of really efficiency as far as transfer to the wheel. Very, very cool design. It's also cool because, it puts the heads outside of the frame, way easier to pop as far as valve adjustments go, so a way quicker valve adjustment job. Interesting bikes. I'm not an adventure bike guy, right? To me, this is a pickup truck, and I don't think pickup trucks are particularly sexy. If a pickup truck could be sexy, this is probably a very sexy Italian pickup truck, but it's a little too utilitarian for me. I like the lines of this bike, regardless of not being an adventure bike guy. I like the digital display. I like the balance of this machine riding it. It was a very new bike from Moto Guzzi and very different. They're doing another different one this year with the V100. I wish that were here because the
That would
V100
be awesome.
is like this bastard child between Aprilia tech and Moto Guzzi tech.
I think they're actually using the word bastard child as the descriptor for the marketing for the machine as well.
Probably not the sexiest term, but the best one I could come up with on the spot. So yeah, it's this blend of Guzzi tech along with some Aprilia tech. I was talking with one of our techs. The cooling system is coming right from some of the Aprilia motorcycles. There's some speed-sensitive wind and dampening kind of system stuff. So, bike I was really excited to see, hoping I would see here, but we do have a pretty awesome V85 TT. So, that's the Moto Guzzi that's here right now.
That's the Guzzi.
That's the Guzzi. And then, really, there's some scooters as well. We do a lot of scooters. We love scooters at our dealership. They've done really well for us, particularly the Vespas because of that classic styling, right? A very traditional European feel. You got the Baller as far as the heavy displacement 300, and then you've got some 150s and some 50s. So all sorts of different power plants depending on how accomplished you are as far as a scooter rider, but really get on and go, no clutch, no worry about that. I know Jason's a big scooter guy.
I hate scooters, but I will tell you, if you're gonna get a scooter, right, and these are great for a lot of different people. You can walk right through. You don't have to throw your leg up. You don't have to be a gymnast and do your stretching exercise every morning. But if you're gonna get a scooter, you're gonna get a Vespa, right? And you're gonna get a Vespa because Vespa is the one that you know, right? It's the one that you know. It's the one that works. So even if you're going and saying, man, I can't believe how much a Vespa scooter is, right? That's because it's going to still be worth money later on, right? We're not talking about some scooter that you're going to get. It's from some country in Asia that we're not going to name because we don't know how to pronounce them.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is those scooters, when you go and get them, you buy them, you ride them for a little while, and then you throw them away because nobody wants them.
Yeah, they're disposables, right?
Vespas are iconic. And even if you have this thing for 50 years, somebody is going to be coming back and being like, I want that 50-year-old Vespa because we have that stuff all the time. So, so that's why Vespa is the brand in scooters that you need to be doing.
It really is. You know, tried and true. They have some amazing colorways. They do a lot of unique limited edition stuff. I mean, some of them, I don't know if I'd necessarily be interested in colorway-wise, but it's a unique look at how to do something different. And I think I appreciate that. I appreciate that Italian style. And then the classics like the Verde Relax. You know, so if you're gonna get a scooter, I'm with Jason. You know, Vespa is the name, Vespa is the tried and true, and definitely the premium scooter brand that we carry. So there's currently this awesome debate going on right behind me on the Italian colorways of like X, Y, or Z scooter and what bronze is in Italian. Something Terra, that's what's going on as far as color goes. I think there was a resolution to this debate. It's awesome.
It's not bronze.
It's not bronze. Not bronze.
They tried to tell me it was bronze. I said, no, Piaggio does not make anything with a straightforward name. It has to be some other really fancy name, which is what? Marrone Terra is the color of this. Yes. It's an awesome color, but it's not bronze.
But it is an awesome scooter. And I mean, I'm a big fan of the Vespas because of the classic style. Like I said, on this Liberty S, I love the larger rim sizes. I like the clean lines to it. I like the bronze colorway, the Terra colorway, which is pretty rad. And it's a 6 scooter at a really reasonable price. Over here, though, this is unmistakable color. I think limited edition color run. Love the seat to it. Love the dragon scale effect to it. I think there's some information on the artist and on the rationale behind this design aesthetic on Piaggio's website. Chris and I did a really long video on the One Active because this is an all-electric scooter. Perfect for a variety of users, perfect for vacationers, metro students, people at track days, just because they can take it off the circuit, not just use it as a pit bike, actually use it as a vehicle.
Dave, this is an awesome scooter.
It is.
This is an awesome scooter. And what you don't get until you actually see it in person is how awesome this paint is and how I was rubbing it before. It's got like scales on it. It's like a reptile scooter.
It absolutely works with the texture that is on all the Piaggio One Actives, and it's very Phoenix inspired, I think, and Dragon inspired.
Yeah, Dragon. Yeah, I see that.
So rad scooter, all electric, very low maintenance. As far as cost of use, just initial investment, get on and go. Simple, user friendly, reliable.
Dave, I don't like scooters.
I know you don't like
I love this scooter. I think this scooter is awesome. The colors, the paint, the scales on it, super cool. This is a very cool scooter. They did an awesome job.
Excited I've ever seen you looking at a scooter.
This is an awesome scooter.
This might be the scooter that sells Jason.
I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but I'll tell you, this is awesome. This is an awesome scooter.
Never say never, because now
well,
I'm going to sell this.
I've already bought a couple, but this is an awesome scooter.
Well, we're going to see about convincing you personally now, because now I see the apple of your eye here. So
this is just, look, if you're looking for something unique, right? Something unique that like you're going and people are like, wow, what is that? I've never seen that type of scooter before. This is it. I mean, you know, I love some of the other scooters, but man, this has so much little detail and so much nuance into it that you can just stare at it, look at it, and go like, man, you're really finding some cool stuff. So I really love this.
Yeah. And I was impressed online and more impressed in person.
I have no idea what we were talking about. Oh, you're talking about leaving.
Yeah.
Because we're leaving, the place is shutting down, people are closing up shop. This was great. We saw some stuff we loved.
We did, absolutely. Triumph for me. Piaggio limited edition scooter for you.
The scooter was really cool.
It was.
But there was some cool stuff there. We saw some stuff we hated.
Absolutely did.
There was some stuff that was just no good at all. And we saw some stuff that was just like, that's okay.
It was ambivalent
It could be better.
stuff. You know, could be better, could be worse, but definitely an experience to see what's in the market and where manufacturers, distributors, and innovators are headed.
Yeah. So cool stuff. See a lot of electric stuff.
Yes.
That's coming down the pike. See a lot of brands that haven't been around.
For sure.
New
arrivals
that are trying
hit
to
that critical velocity, right?
Yep, and some guys that are trying to come up with some new stuff. So this was a lot of fun, and hopefully somebody actually wants to watch this, because I am sure we will have tens and tens of viewers.
We're definitely hitting double digits on this one.
Fantastic, I love
no doubt. And shutting this place down, man, they're kicking us out. It's past.
Let's get in our van and go on home.
That's it. Au revoir, everybody. See you back in Pennsylvania.